Let's go out and play. A sweet little bunny, a smart little bunny, a cute little bunny, and friends.
Today is the last day of school before the holidays, said the teacher. Hooray! Hooray! So, let's draw the things that you can see in winter. What fun, said Miffy, and she began to draw. All morning the children made beautiful drawings. Aggie drew a yellow sledge. And Winnie drew a brown tree with snow on it. Melanie drew a hat and a yellow scarf with a green stripe. And Miffy drew a picture of her yellow skis and a picture of a snow bunny. Then it was time for break, and all the children went outside to play. I'm so excited that I'm coming to stay at your house during the holidays, Melanie said to Miffy. Me too, said Miffy. And on New Year's Day, we can give a party for all our friends. Let's invite Winnie and Aggie. But Winnie and Aggie couldn't come. We're celebrating New Year at home with our family, said Aggie. Oh, I know, said Miffy. We can invite Grunty, Poppy Pig and Auntie Alice. Yes, said Melanie. And Snuffy and Boris and Barbara too. Let's make some invitations. The break was over and the children went back indoors. Miffy had an idea. Let's turn our drawings into invitations, she said. What a good idea, said Melanie. So, on the back of their drawings, they glued on some stars and stamped a big number 1 for the first day of the new year. Next, they decorated 4 different envelopes. 1 for Poppy Pig and Grunty, 1 for Boris and Barbara, 1 for Auntie Alice, and 1 for Snuffy. Finally, they blew up 4 differently coloured balloons. They tied the invitations with long ribbons to the balloons. At the end of the day, the teachers said goodbye and wished them a happy holiday. I'm sure your friends will love those invitations, she said. My father can help us deliver the invitations in his car, said Miffy. As they scooted along, the wind blew the balloons this way and that. So the girls held on tightly to the ribbons. Suddenly, Melanie hit a bump. She let go of her balloons and fell to the ground. Oh no, cried Miffy, and she let go of her balloons too. Are you all right? She asked as she helped Melanie to get up. I'm okay, said Melanie, but our invitations are gone. I know, said Miffy. The wind has blown them away, but I'm glad you're not hurt.
4 bright balloons fly like a kite, red and yellow, green and white. First the white one floats away, 3 balloons are left to stay. White like a cloud, high in the sky, where will this balloon fly?
So the King and Queen held a big party to celebrate, and they all lived happily ever after. What a beautiful story, said Grunty. Yes, wasn't it? And now it's bedtime. Poppy, cried Grunty, I think I saw something outside. It was round and white. Can I go out and have a look? No, Grunty, said Poppy. It's too cold and you are wearing only your pyjamas, so I'll go instead. Poppy opened the door and looked out. She looked to the right. And she looked to the left, but she saw nothing strange. So she walked to the side of the house, and she looked again, and then on the other side, but there was nothing there either. There's nothing outside, Grunty, so now we really must go to bed. Grunty was disappointed. She was sure that she had seen something. Good night, Grunty. Sleep well, said Poppy. Good night, Poppy, said Grunty, and they both fell asleep. Outside, the wind started blowing harder. The balloons zigzagged across the window. Poppy! Poppy! Grunty whispered. Poppy, wake up! There is something outside. Poppy woke up and saw a shadow move across the room. Wait here, Grunty, while I get a broom, whispered Poppy. With the broom in her hand, Poppy crept slowly up to the window. Carefully, she opened it and jabbed the broom outside. When she pulled the broom back in, there was a burst balloon dangling from the end. Grunty laughed. We were scared of a balloon, said Poppy. Look, said Grunty, there's a ribbon hanging from it. Poppy pulled at the ribbon. I think it's stuck in the window frame, said Grunty. Poppy reached out of the window and pulled the ribbon loose. She saw that there was an envelope at the end of the ribbon. There's a picture of Boris and Barbara on the front. How exciting, said Grunty. May I open it? Of course you may, said Poppy. Grunty opened the envelope and saw the beautiful drawing inside. I think Boris and Barbara are inviting us to a New Year's party, said Poppy. Really? said Grunty. How wonderful! Yes, said Poppy. But first we'd better get some sleep. Good night, Grunty. Good night, Poppy. And they dreamt about the party. But the only thing was, they thought the party would be at Boris and Barbara's house.
3 bright balloons like stars in the sky. Miffy sleeps while they pass by. Next the red one flies away. 2 balloons are left to stay. 1 red balloon off in the night lies till first morning light.
Early in the morning at Boris and Barbara's house, Boris and Barbara were decorating the living room. A cold draught blew through the window. Boris, please will you fetch some logs from the pile outside so that we can light the fire? Yes, of course, said Boris. And and he went out at once. It was even colder outside. I'm glad I cut those logs in the summer, Boris thought. Now they can make a cosy fire and keep us warm. Suddenly, Boris heard the sound of barking in the distance. He turned around. That sounds like Snuffy, he thought. He called out, "Snuffy? Snuffy!" Snuffy answered with a bark. "I'd better go and see," said Boris. He put the log back on the pile and walked towards the woods. As Boris got closer, he noticed something red shining through the trees. "I wonder what it is," he thought. When he got there, he saw Snuffy barking at a red balloon high up in a tree. "Hello, Snuffy," said Boris. "Have you found a pretty balloon to play with?" "I think we'll need a ladder, though, to get it out of there." "Wait here and I'll get one." Just as Boris was taking the ladder out of the shed, Barbara came round the corner looking for him. "Boris! I thought you were fetching logs for the fire." "I was," answered Boris. "But then I heard Snuffy barking. There's a red balloon stuck in a tree." "Oh," said Barbara. "Shall I help you carry the ladder?" Together they carried the ladder to the woods, where Snuffy was still barking. They put the ladder against the tree, and Boris climbed it. "Be careful, Boris," said Barbara. But Boris managed to free the balloon. Then Barbara noticed an envelope at the end of the ribbon. "Look," she said, "there's something tied to the balloon. It looks like it's a letter for Snuffy." Barbara opened the envelope. "I think it's an invitation for a New Year's Day party. But who's it from?" Said Boris. "I suppose Snuffy knows where the party is." "But now I'm going to take the logs indoors, as I said I would." They walked back towards the house together. Snuffy wagged her tail, happy to have the balloon at last.
Two bright balloons dance in the sky. Can you tell where they'll fly? Now the yellow drifts away, just the green is left to stay.
In Miffy's house, Miffy and Melanie were fast asleep. They woke up and smelt something delicious. "I wonder what that smell is. Let's go and find out." The two girls followed the smell into the kitchen. "Good morning, Miffy and Melanie," said Mother Bunny. "Tomorrow is New Year's Day, so I've baked a cake for us all. Would you like to make some special New Year's biscuits?" she asked. Miffy and Melanie thought that was a good idea. First, they flattened the lump of dough. Next, they rolled it smooth and thin. Then they began to cut out the shapes. "Look, this one is a star," said Melanie. "And mine is a tree," said Miffy. When there was no more dough left, Mother Bunny put the plate in the oven. While the biscuits are baking, you can get dressed. Then I'll take you to Auntie Alice's for your dancing lesson, said Mother Bunny. Miffy and Melanie cheered. Hooray! This holiday is so much fun. I've got a surprise for you today, said Auntie Alice. I've made a special dance and I'm now going to teach it to you.
Dance with good rhythm is what you should do. Follow the piano and you'll hear it too. From 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, wait. You must count exactly, so do concentrate.
Make 2 small steps forward and 1 small step back. And now turn around with your hands on your back. Lift up your arms, make sure they are round. Clapping your hands, stamp on the ground.
Very good, said Auntie Alice. Aggie suddenly said, Look, it started snowing again. Auntie Alice, asked Miffy, can we go out and play in the snow? Of course you can, said Auntie Alice. The girls had a lot of fun in the snow. Miffy was hit by a snowball and fell. Just then, Miffy noticed something yellow sticking out from under a tree. What could it be? Look, Melanie, said Miffy. It's the invitation we made for Auntie Alice. An invitation for me? Auntie Alice asked. What for? It's an invitation to our New Year's party tomorrow, said Miffy. Will you come? Of course I will, said Auntie Alice. Thank you very much for inviting me. And thank you, clever yellow balloon, for having found the way here all by yourself.
One green balloon up very high, bobbing brightly in the sky, floating over fields of snow. Tell me, green one, where you'll go.
At Boris and Barbara's house, Boris was looking out of the window. There's still some snow, he said. It's a beautiful day for a walk. Yes, said Barbara. Let's go over to Miffy's house and wish her Happy New Year. Because it was getting late, Boris took along a lantern for later. In the forest, they met Snuffy. Hello, Snuffy. You must be going to your New Year's party, said Barbara. Snuffy gave a happy bark and walked in the very same direction that Boris and Barbara were going. Said Barbara. Perhaps Snuffy's invitation came from Miffy. But before they could think about that, there was another surprise. Hello, Snuffy. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Boris, they heard. It was Poppy and Grunty. Happy New Year! And a Happy New Year to you too, said Boris. Where are you going? We were coming to your New Year's party, said Poppy. Our New Year's party? Said Barbara, surprised. But we're not giving a party. Oh, said Grunty. Then I wonder who this invitation is from. Well, said Boris, it looks as if that invitation was meant for Barbara and me. Oh, said Grunty again. Don't worry, Grunty, said Barbara. I think the New Year's party is at Miffy's house, and I'm sure we'll all be welcome. Said Melanie. I'm glad we made these biscuits. They are delicious. Yes, said Miffy, and when Auntie Alice comes, she can have some too. What's that I hear outside? Asked Miffy. I can see something over there, said Melanie. I wonder who that can be. Let's go outside and find out, said Father Bunny. Then Miffy saw it was Boris and Barbara, and Snuffy and Poppy and Grunty were with them. Happy New Year, shouted Boris. Happy New Year, shouted Miffy. Then they noticed someone else approaching. It was Auntie Alice, carrying a whole lot of balloons. Happy New Year, everybody! I've brought everyone a balloon. When you let it go, you can make a wish. Hooray! They all cheered. They all started to count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! All the balloons flew up in the sky. And Miffy made a wish that all her New Year's parties would be as good as this one.
Big bright balloons light up the sky. Watch them float, watch them fly. Suddenly we see the green. Big balloon, where have you been? Every balloon, far away or near, to wish you a happy New Year.